Is it giving scout? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Is it giving scout? Is it giving scout? Oh, okay. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, I'll give you a second to subscribe. Go ahead. No, it's okay, I'm patient. Okay, that was more than enough time. As you guys can see in the title, I'm going to be doing a story time today. So this story is going to be the story of the time my friend, which she's not my friend anymore, hooked up with my ex-boyfriend. Yes, it's a whole lot. So I'm going to have to get into the story. I actually put some bullet points in my notes so that I wouldn't go off track, because I have a tendency to go into a spiral and just keep talking and talking and talking about shit that don't got shit to do with shit. We gonna go all the way back to where I met this boy and how we started talking. Oh, I'm shaking the camera. Hold on. Let me back up. So basically, my middle school got transferred to another middle school that was in the same county because my middle school was getting closed down. So when we got to this new school, there were a lot of new kids. There was a lot of new people that we didn't know. And I was in 7th grade when I met him. When we first started talking and all of that, I was in 7th grade. And he was in 8th grade. I met him it was like after school before we were going to a basketball game. And I met him there. And I really didn't fucking like him. Like, he was annoying the shit out of me. And we were just I guess you could say flirty, but flirting in a I'm being mean to you type of way. Like, if I'm mean to you, 9 times out of 10, I like you. So basically, we got to the basketball game and this boy was talking to me. He was trying to spit game, and my little 7th grade self, who was easily impressed, was like, ooh, okay, this 8th grade boy wants to talk to me. Okay, period. So I started talking to him, and it really wasn't nothing special. It really wasn't nothing to tell y'all about. But we basically ended up being on and off for about 4 years. And it wasn't that I was stuck on him or anything, because you'll be like, girl, it's not anything special, but you was fucking with him for that long. No. It was more like I stopped fucking with him and I started fucking with somebody else. And then when that was done, I would rebound with him. Like, whenever I was bored and I needed somebody to talk to, I would talk to him. And I don't feel bad saying that, because he was not it. So it doesn't even really matter. So in 10th grade, we got back together. We probably talked a couple times before then, but in 10th grade, I was like, you know what? We should fuck with each other, and we should actually fuck with each other, because we always would fuck with each other and be playing. Like, he would be end up ghosting me, or I would end up ghosting him. Like, it would just be some BS. So I was like, okay, if we're gonna talk, we're gonna talk for real. So we're gonna only talk to each other, and we're not gonna just ghost each other type shit. And he was like, okay, so woo. We started talking in 10th grade. Y'all remember this? 10th grade. I was driving. I had a car. I turned 16. Yeah, I had my license. I was on it. He didn't have his license. He didn't have a car, which, you know, he was just a grade above me. So he was in 11th grade at the time. So it really wasn't so crazy that he didn't have a car or a license. But basically, if we wanted to see each other, I had to pick him up, or he had to get dropped off, and you know, it went like that. So in 10th grade, when we were together, I introduced him to one of my closest friends. She lived in my neighborhood. I don't even remember how I met her, but she didn't go to the school. She went to another school in the county, but it was probably because she lived in my neighborhood. But we were hanging out with each other almost every day. She even dragged me to church. And y'all, I don't have nothing against religion or God. Y'all know about, I already explained that to you guys. I believe in God and the universe and all that stuff, but I'm not a church person. I don't go to church. I never was getting up early on Sundays going to church, but she dragged me to church. I fucked with her so heavy that I was going to church with her and her family. So that's how close we were. If you could get me up early in the morning on Sunday and bring me to church, we must be close. You know what I'm saying? She had an older brother, and I'm not even gonna give him a name because it doesn't even really matter. He's not really a part of this story, but for right now, I'm just saying her brother was E.T. and her name was Roly Poly. Roly Poly and I, like I said, we were pretty much inseparable. I was always walking over her house. Her house was literally if I can give you guys a visual, I don't even know what to use. Hold on. Here was my house. You go down a little bit, you go down this street, and here is her house. So I just gotta walk down my street and turn right, and boom, I'm at her house. So I was always over there. So I introduced her to my boyfriend at the time, and we're gonna name him Shrimp. I didn't even give him a name till now, but I'm gonna name him Shrimp, and for obvious reasons his name's gonna be Shrimp. And before anybody thinks that I did something with this boy, I did nothing with this boy. I just know that his name was Shrimp, so we're gonna call him Shrimp. I introduced Shrimp to Roly Poly and to ET, and it became like a normal thing for all of us to link up and all of us to go do things. Like, we all would go to Six Flags, we all would go to the church, we all would just do group things together, because ET, Roly Poly, they always had like a couple more people with them whenever we went places like laser tags. We always did fun stuff as a group, and of course, since he was my boyfriend, Shrimp would come along. So I'm not even trying to throw shade. I'm not even trying to, you know, I'm not even trying to go there. But Roly Poly was not, she was not a cute girl. She was not even Shrimp's type. And Shrimp isn't cute either. Let's start there. But my standards were about at a 2 in 10th grade. And now they're all the way up here. So that's neither here nor there. But Shrimp and Roly Poly, I would have never seen them messing with each other. I would have never seen Roly Poly seeing Shrimp in that type of way, or Shrimp seeing Roly Poly, because usually you can't trust your friends. Well, no, good friends and real friends you can trust around your boyfriend, but you know, girls that you be hanging with and stuff, especially back then, you couldn't really trust them around your boyfriend. But she was a friend that I trusted around my boyfriend, because like I said, it just wasn't like, she wasn't a threat. If I'm being real, she wasn't a threat to me, and like, I trusted her as a friend that she would never, you know, do something weird like that, and I trusted him. Joke's on me. That's where I went wrong.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Basically, we would always do things together and everything was fine. Big happy family, right? No. Fast forward to, it was probably towards the end of my 10th grade year, because in 11th grade, there was no more Shrimp. There was no more Shrimp. I never looked back. But it was probably sometime within me being in 10th grade, E.T. and Roly Poly were having a party at their house. And again, their house was in my neighborhood. I had a cool mom. I had a cool grandma. Like, I lived with my mom, my grandma, and my brother. And my mom really let me do whatever I wanted to do because I had good grades. And that's pretty much it. If I didn't have good grades, my mom would be tripping on me. She wouldn't really want me to go nowhere. She really want me to do anything. So I had to make sure my grades were straight and that I didn't cop no attitudes with her. You know, I still copped attitudes with her because I was a young teen, but I just really had to act right, and my mom would let me pretty much do whatever I want. Roly Poly and E.T. were throwing a party, and the party was supposed to be Friday of this week that all of this stuff transpired and occurred. But my dumb ass got in trouble with my mama, and she told me that I couldn't go to this party. And you would think, like, girl, sneak out, she's in your neighborhood, like, you better go to that party. But no, my mom is a light ass sleeper, and the stairs in the house that we lived in, they would creak like shit, like if I go down the step, you're gonna hear me. The whole neighborhood's probably gonna hear me. So there was no getting out of that. There was no sneaking out. If I was to even try to, like, my mom got supersonic hearing. Like, I don't know if that's the Hispanic mom in her or something. Like, she got eyes on the sides of her head, and she got eyes at the end of the mailbox and at the end of the street. Like, she would know. Like, anytime I ever tried to sneak and do anything, and I don't mean sneak out the house, like sneak and do anything, talk on the phone late at night when I wasn't supposed to, anything, she would know. So no, there was no getting out of that. I couldn't go to the fucking party. So I basically told Roly Poly and E.T. I'm not gonna be able to come to the party, y'all, but like probably a couple days after that, I'll be able to come back over the house and stuff like that. My mom, like, she didn't ground me for a long period of time. She didn't ground me for no week. She didn't ground me for no month. It was like, oh, there's a party this weekend, you're not going to that. And that's about it. Like, the week after that, there was another party, I could go to that. That's how my mom disciplined me. It was like for that weekend type shit. Me, oh, I was about to say his name, y'all. Oh, no. That's not what we about to do. Shrimp and I were supposed to go to this party together. And like I said, he became pretty close with E.T. He just became close with just all of us as a group. Like, he would go hang out with E.T. without me being over there. He would go over the house and chill with them, like, without me. And it wasn't really like he was chilling with Roly Poly and E.T. It was just E.T. Like, E.T. went and did stuff. I would be with Roly Poly and he would be with E.T. Like, it was like they were friends. So Shrimp was like kind of pissed when I said, you know, I can't go to this party. And he was like, well, I told you that I wouldn't go if you weren't going. And I was like, Dilly told me that he could stop by the party. Like, he didn't have to stay there all night. But I was like, you can go see E.T., chill with E.T., and then go the fuck home. And plus, I was like, it's in my neighborhood. So, like, I don't know. It just gave me a sense of, like, security. It's fine. Like, what's gonna happen, right? No. You're a clown. You're a clown, Chessa. No. Me, again, being in 10th grade, I didn't really think, like, niggas was out here just dirty like that. So I was like, go and let me know when you're going home, because you don't need to be there all night. Simple, right? He goes to the party and I'm texting him and he's not really texting me back. He's not really, you know, he's not communicating with me. So I'm like, and this is a time where I didn't have like horrible trust issues. I was just like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, what? Why are you not answering the phone? And I was like, maybe he went home, maybe he fell asleep, I don't know. Because again, in the past when we talked, he would not, I wouldn't say ghost me as in like just never talk to me again, but like it would be like a whole day he didn't text me, and he'd be like, oh, I was doing this and this and this, and I'd be like, oh, okay, like, you know, an idiot. I was an idiot. So I was just like, well, maybe he'll text me in the morning, whatever. I heard nothing from him all night. I went to sleep and I was like, okay, we're gonna talk in the morning. I'm just gonna let him text me in the morning and I'm gonna see what's up. I'm gonna point out some red flags that I peeped that I should have, you know, logged, that I didn't because I was an idiot. But Roly Poly, I had her on Snapchat and she was posting videos at the party and shit. And she would post little videos of E.T. and she would post little videos of Shrimp. And Shrimp was kind of close to her. Like, every time she made a Snapchat video, he was in the background of it. And I don't mean in the background like on some like, hey, what's up? Like, no, he was in the background, like he was like with her every room they were in. And the house had multiple rooms. It had a back, it had a pool, and they were swimming. It was like a party. It was a party. And every time she was at the pool, he was behind her. Every time she was in the den, he was right there. And E.T. wasn't even, you know, in the same room half the time that she was in the same room as him. So I was just like, but I didn't think anything of it because, again, I trusted her. So I was just like, okay, that's my boyfriend. My dumb ass was sliding up, talking about some hard eyes and shit. Like, come on. Come on. So, you know, the night came to an end. I went to sleep and I was like, whatever. So I woke up. I have a text message from Shrimp and it's like, hey, I ended up spending the night. It was really late and E.T.'s mom was just like, just spend the night. She doesn't want me going home real late. And I'm like, first of all, why are you driving? Like, he drove to the party and he doesn't even have a car or a license. Like, I don't even remember if it was his mom's car or if it was his aunt's car or whatever the fuck, but he took a car and he drove to the party. I was thinking that he got dropped off, he was gonna get picked up and he was gonna go home, but no, he drove a car there and he spent the night there. So I'm like, huh? And they weren't even drinking. Like, they weren't drinking alcohol. I mean, maybe they were drinking alcohol and just didn't tell me, but he told me that they weren't drinking, they weren't doing nothing, but he probably was smoking and stuff. But he had a car and he told me, hey, I'm about to leave. I ended up spending the night. I can stop by your house when I'm on the way to leave. And I was like, okay, yeah. Like, I didn't know that he did anything wrong. I didn't know what was going on. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So he pulled up in front of my house when he was on his way out the neighborhood, and I came to the car on some, hey, like, why did you spend the night? I was low-key salty that he spent the night. I didn't like that, and I told him, like, I don't like how you spent the night there. I told you that you should just go for a little bit and then leave. I didn't know you were spending the night. And he was like, everybody ended up spending the night. We was all like just sleeping on the floor type shit. Like, it wasn't nothing. And I was like, okay, if that's what you're telling me, then that must be the case. So he ended up leaving, and he lives like 45 minutes away from me. So I don't know why all of a sudden he just has a whip and he has, you know, whip privileges and shit. But whenever it came down to me wanting to hang out with him, he didn't have no whip privileges. But, you know, what can I say? So fast forward to probably the following weekend, or maybe like a day after school, after this party happened, I was hanging out with Roly Poly. And every time that I brought up like the party and how I was like, how blown I was that I couldn't come to the party, like, what the fuck, I wish I could have came, it looked fun, she was kind of giving me weird energy. Like, she was like, yeah, like she didn't have shit to say. And this girl is somebody that can talk, like, she can talk the fucking ears off a bitch. Like, she could talk the ears off a bitch. So I was like, okay. And like, eventually it got to the point where I was like, girl, like, do you have something that you want to tell me? Cause like, why are you being so weird about it? Like, and I can admit that I was kind of a hothead when it, like, I might have been naive, but I was with the shit. Like, I was not you know, I was not passive. I was like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, what is up? So I was like, girl, what is it that you must have something to tell me. Like, was Shrimp fucking with another girl at the party? Like, I'm thinking like maybe she done peeped something that he did and she didn't want to tell me, or like, I don't know what the hell was going on, but it was, the last thing that I thought was that, you know, she did something with him. So I'm like, girl, tell me, like, what's up? So this girl tells me, and before I get into this, there's another girl, but she's not important. I'm gonna name her Dragonfly. Dragonfly, she's not a very significant person. Like, she's dirty for it, but like, she didn't really owe me much loyalty. She wasn't a friend of mine. I hung out with her a couple times because she was a friend of Roly Poly, and like, we probably cracked a couple jokes with each other here and there, but I didn't know nothing about her. I didn't know her from a can of paint, so I don't really care that much about this, but we're gonna name her Dragonfly. So Roly Poly ends up telling me, there's something I have to tell you. I didn't want to tell you because I knew you would be upset. I know you would be hurt. I don't want you, you know, I don't want you to go starting problems with him. And I'm like, the first thing I should have been like is like, what? You don't want me starting problems with him? Why? Like, what friend, like, whose homegirl isn't gonna want you to start a problem with your nigga if your nigga is fucking on another bitch or doing something with another bitch? Please tell me. Because the first thing I would want my friend to do is start a whole ass issue with her man if he's doing some hoe shit. Like, huh? She basically tells me like, Dragonfly and Shrimp, they were doing things together at the party because Dragonfly, she was drunk, and I'm like, girl, you told me there was no alcohol at the party. All of a sudden Dragonfly is drunk. But she's like, Dragonfly and Shrimp, they were in the bathroom together, and I don't know what they were doing, but when they came out the bathroom, it looked like they had did something. And I was like, oh, okay. So basically, what she's telling me is that her friend is doing something with my man and she didn't stop it. Because if my friend is at a party with me and is doing something with my other friend's boyfriend in the bathroom, I'm gonna probably bust through the bathroom and be like, what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll have loyalty to both of my friends. I'm not gonna let my friend fuck on my other friend's boyfriend. That's not happening. So I'm like, girl, first of all, you're weird. You're weird for not stopping them, but I mean, you're telling me, so I need to go say something to him. And she's like, no, you don't say nothing to him. You should just not talk to him anymore. Like, he's not for you. If he can do something like that, then he doesn't, you know, he doesn't value you. She's going on a whole rant about how like he doesn't even deserve conversation from me. He doesn't even deserve me confronting him. And I'm looking at her like, like, yeah, I might be naive, but I'm not this naive. I'm going to talk to him like right now. So I call him up and I'm going off on him. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? How you gonna be fucking with Dragonfly at the party? I was supposed to be at that party. I let you go, and that's what you gonna do? That's what you gonna do? And he's like, what are you talking about? He's trying to play stupid with me. He's like, girl, what are you talking about? I didn't do nothing with Dragonfly. Who told you this? Who told you this? Roly Poly must have told you this. And I'm like, yeah, Roly Poly told me that. Roly Poly only told me that. The fuck? What the fuck are you doing with Dragonfly? Why were you in the bathroom with Dragonfly? Why? Like, what the fuck? And he gives me to run around. He's like, no, I went to the bathroom and Dragonfly was trying to come in the bathroom because she was drunk and she was just trying to come in there and do stuff with me, but I was telling her no, I was pushing her away. You know, the whole story about a drunk girl trying to come on to a man, and he's a hero. He's not going for that, so he's trying to get her out the bathroom. Please don't feed me that bullshit. Yeah, there's men out here that will do something like that, but you're not one of them. You're not even a man. Like, you're in 11th grade. Like, come on. So I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that's what happened, right? Yeah, sure. So basically what I tell him is, if you're gonna tell me this bullshit, we're not gonna talk. So when you're ready to tell me what really went down and what really happened and what you really did, then you can call me. Until then, you can kick rocks because I'm not stupid. You're not finna feed me no BS and then me still kick it with you while you was over here fucking on another bitch. No. So I ignored him for the whole rest of that day. He was texting me on some, hey, can we talk? Can we talk? No, I don't got shit to talk to you about shit. You can call me. You don't gotta text me, oh, can we talk? Let me talk to you. I want to talk to you. No, you can call my phone. I told you, call my phone and tell me what you did. None of that, baby, let's talk. No, none of that. I'm not your baby. And I don't want y'all to think that my intentions were to hear what he did and then like work on it with him. No, the relationship was over when I found out he did anything with anybody. But I still wanted him to tell me what the fuck was going on because he was lying. I get a phone call at like probably midnight that night, and he's like, okay, I'm ready to tell you what happened. Can you just promise to not leave? Like, can you just promise to, you know, to stay with me? Like, it was a mistake, blah blah blah. And you know, I'm not stupid, so I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like, tell me what happened. On some like, tell me the truth and I won't be mad. All the ladies know. All y'all ladies know we do that. You can tell me the truth. I'm not gonna be mad. Yes, I am. I'm gonna be 38 hot, but you still need to tell me. He was like, look, me, Roly Poly, and Dragonfly got in the shower together.
What did he say?
Huh? He's like, Roly Poly and I were talking. Roly Poly, Dragonfly, and I decided to take a shower together because there were so many people at the party and everybody needed to get a shower after the pool. And basically, Dragonfly and Roly Poly suggested that we all get in the shower together because it will like be faster, so everybody can go ahead and get their shower. And y'all, I don't even think that was a lie. I know for a fact Roly Poly would say some shit like that to get him in the shower, because he would never get in the shower with her any other way. And I'm not saying it's her fault or his fault, but I'm saying that's probably what her little excuse was. But I'm sure it was with the intentions to do something with him in the shower. Like, come on. Come on. And I'm not saying that he didn't know what her intentions were. I'm just saying that sounds like some shit that would come out her mouth. Like, let's just take a shower together because, like, it'll be faster. Yeah, girl. Ain't nothing faster than you. He told me that they got in the shower, and once they were in the shower that the girl started seducing him and like he gave in to temptation. I'm like, boy, who are you fooling? Who are you fooling? Like, I know what happened. Y'all got in the shower together and y'all got freaky, and that's the end of the story. You spent the night there after that, and y'all probably got freaky some more. There's probably something more that went on at that party that I still don't know to this day, and I could care less. After he told me that the story or what happened at the party involved Roly Poly, what do y'all think I did? I pulled up on Roly Poly, skirt, boom. I'm like, hey, so is there something that you want to tell me? Because I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding. I would really love to know what really happened, because I didn't even tell her that I talked to Shrimp. I didn't tell her that Shrimp told me what happened. I said, you know what? We're friends. We're supposed to be honest with each other. Can you just tell me exactly what you know? Can you just tell me what you know? This girl started spilling. I don't know if I give off, you know, like, tell me the truth. I don't know if I make people guilty when they do things to me, but I'm like, I'm giving her the vibe that I'm down to talk about it. I'm down to, you know, we can discuss and we can make this friendship work. And I'm like, so can you just tell me what happened? Like, I have a feeling, I have a gut feeling that you're not telling me the truth. And she's like, okay, Shrimp wanted to get in the shower with me and Dragonfly, and we were so drunk, so we got in the shower, and I'm so sorry, and I slapped the shit out of that girl. I slapped the shit out of that girl. I slapped the shit out of that girl. And y'all, and before y'all are like, girl, why would you slap her and not slap Shrimp? Shrimp is your boyfriend. Yes, Shrimp is my boyfriend. But if he would have said that to me in my face, I would have slapped him too. But she was telling me to my face, how you gonna tell me to my face that you were in the shower with my boyfriend and me not slap you and me not put my hands on you? Like, come on. Now, and probably now that I'm 20 years old and I'm not about to fight over no man, I would probably be like, okay, and I'll probably walk away, get in my car, and never, you know, never talk to her again. But at the time, I'm like, like, I can't believe that you're looking at me in my face telling me that you got in the shower with my boyfriend. So I'm listening to her. I slapped her and she kept telling the story. Like, she kept going. Like, she was like telling me to calm down and saying like, let me just explain. So I was like, after that slap, I feel like I was good. Like, I was like, all right, she doesn't want to fight me. She's not going to fight me back. I slapped her. So what else you got to say? So she was just telling me like how he persuaded them to, you know, get in the shower with him because they were so drunk, and that they had, you know, did the dirty with him in the shower, and to forgive her and all this stuff. And the way that she was making it, and I know this is also naive and dumb of me, because it's like I went from slapping her to like listening to her, and then I ended up actually hearing her out. The way she was explaining to me, I actually believe that like they were taken advantage of, because she was so believable, and like like she made it seem like she was really getting them drinks in, and like how he really was trying to get her in the shower. And I like, she was crying, and she was telling me like, please believe me and stuff. And you know, like, I'm a woman, and it's not that you know, I would never believe a man's word over a woman's word. It's not even nothing about that. It's just the fact that I'm an emotional person. I'm a woman, and she was telling me like, I really didn't want to do it, but I was so drunk, I didn't know what I was doing. And I had never gotten drunk at that time in my life. I was in 10th grade. The first time I ever got drunk was like the end of 11th grade at my prom after party. So, or 12th grade. I don't remember what year I went to prom. But it was just like, I was like, oh damn, like, girl, like, I see what the alcohol really does. That's probably part of the reason I didn't drink until like the following year or 2 years after that. I ended up going to a pool party, another pool party that they held at that house, but I wasn't with him anymore. I broke up with him after that. And I kept my friendship with her because I felt like, you know, me and her knew each other for so long. We had such a good friendship. I wasn't trying to just throw away the friendship over a boy, even though I should have thrown away the friendship and the relationship because both things were not good for me. So I went to one of her little pool parties, and when I was there, guess who told me what really happened from another point of view? E.T. Y'all, this story is so messy. E.T., her older brother, and her older brother had a good relationship, but like they fought a lot. Like she was always trying to mess with his friends. Like she was a little fast, and I didn't care. Like I said, I still trusted her with my boyfriend because it's not like she was like sleeping with like boys that were in relationships and stuff. Like, as far as I knew, the boys that she was hooking up with and, you know, dating and stuff like that were just boys that she knew. And so I was like, okay, girl, do your thing. Like, I'll never judge a girl what she does with her body. It's just, I'm not gonna do, you know, the same thing you're doing, but if that's what you want to do, live your life. That never really gave me a bad impression of her or made me think she would do something with my boyfriend. So E.T. basically was mad at her at the party. She was pissing him off. I guess she was annoying him. I don't really know. But he ended up coming and telling me, like, I just want to let you know that Roly Poly was coming on to Shrimp. Roly Poly was convincing Dragonfly that they should go and convince Shrimp to get in the shower with them because she really has always liked him and really always wanted to do something with him, and how I would never find out because I wasn't at the party, and how Shrimp wouldn't end up telling me because he wouldn't want me to leave him, and how she's not going to tell me, and how Dragonfly's not going to tell me, so I would never find out. So he tells me all of this, and basically I just try to fight her. I try to fight her at the party. I'm coming at her, and I don't even remember if Dragonfly was there, but if Dragonfly was there, I was trying to come at her too. I don't remember though. I just remember trying to go at her. I was trying to fight her, and E.T. ended up trying to break it up. I'm sure like if he was a little more mad at her, he would have let me beat her ass, but I don't think he wanted me to fight her. I think he just wanted me to like have a confrontation with her or have a problem with her. But as soon as he told me that, I literally ran in my bathing suit to her and tried to fight her. But he was big as shit, she's big as shit. I don't even know if I would have won that fight. Me being in 10th grade, like I was little as fuck, and I'm still little now, but like I got heavy hands. I have some weight to me, and that doesn't really matter, having an advantage in height and in weight really. But I don't know, she probably would have been stronger than me at the time, but I didn't care about that. All I saw was red, because it's the fact that she did something with my boyfriend. She convinced her friend to do something with my boyfriend, then lied to me straight to my face, then told me not to talk to him about it so that I wouldn't find out. Then he told me, then she told me a lie again, tried to make it seem like she was taken advantage of, tried to make me feel bad for her situation. And then I continued to be her friend and left my boyfriend, which that part I should have did. But like, girl, like that, to me, that was just disrespect. Like, you're disrespecting me. You clearly think that I'm stupid, and I was, but it's like, girl, why are you doing this to me? I've never done anything to you. I was a good ass friend to her. Like, I never tried to mess with anybody she was messing with or anything like that. I always wondered, like, what did I do to you for you to do some shit like that to me? And so basically he broke it up, and I left out the little gate, the little backyard gate that led to their pool. I just left. I walked up to my house. I was crying, I was shaking, I was pissed. I couldn't get to her because like I kept being held back by E.T. She wasn't trying to fight me. So that's really the end of the story, y'all. I hope that I did better with this story time, because when I have to think back so far to stories like of what happened years ago, it's really hard for me to. And I put bullet points in my phone, but I was missing stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and insert the email, like probably right here on the screen or wherever on the screen, of where he emailed me literally this year and said, can you unblock me now? Unblock you? You will forever be on my block list, dirt neck. Like, what? You're dirty. I'm not ever gonna unblock you. So if you're watching this video, shrimp, yes, you have a shrimp, and I'm sure you still do, and I will never talk to you. I will never be with you again. This will never happen. You fucked up when you fucked up, and we probably would have never ended up together anyways, because this ain't that, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video, you guys. If you want more story times from me, go ahead and comment down below, or other videos that you guys want to see. I'm gonna be posting a vlog this week. I have to take this wig out of my head, y'all, because I'm not feeling how short it is, and I have some other wigs that should be delivering this week, so I'm gonna take y'all with me when I get those installed. I have a lot planned for this week that I'm gonna be vlogging and stuff. I'm gonna be putting up more videos and being more consistent. It's just I've been dealing with a lot of BS, but we're beyond that. Everything is positive, everything is good, and everything's gonna be okay, period. And before I go, I just want to tell you guys, never fight over a man. A man that loves you or a man that cares about you will never put you in a position to have to fight over him, because there's not going to be another girl or another option that he even has for you to be fighting with. If you are seeing red flags in a man or a woman, and you're seeing red flags and they're like right in front of your face, don't just fly swat them out of your face because you want to see the good in a person. No, pay attention to the red flags, because most of the time they're right in front of your face for a reason. And also, if you have a friend that gives you weird vibes, or a friend that you seem to have an uneasy feeling when they're around your boyfriend, that should tell you something right there. There are red flags in friends too, and that's all I'm going to say. So yeah, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you never miss a video, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Bye.